So the first Nididhyasan is actually not on the Gyaan Yog, it's on our inside out process, being anchored in our goal, right? Our goal is Yog, right? And this is a physical coin which we made, and the flip side of it is joy, right? So looking at Yog from a perspective of joy and anchoring ourselves in it, right? So this comes from Bhagavad Gita, this sutra, this shloka, shloka 255, chapter 2, verse 55. Atmani, this is the second part. There is a first part, so we are just focusing on the second part. Atmani ev atmana tushtah sthit pragyah tada uchyate. So sthit pragya is the state of steady wisdom, which is the state of Gyaan or the final state of Yoga. What is called the state of Yoga? When Atmani, when one is fulfilled in the self and only by the self. Right? So tushta, when we are tushta, when we are satisfied or fulfilled in the self, only by the self, then we are in this state of Yoga, state of joy, state of sthit pragya or steady wisdom. So this is what we will practice to be, we'll create a practice around to be in the self, only by the self. Okay, and how will we do that? This is the suggested experiment. I think all of you have been doing a part of this as part of Sanjini, the 5 minutes of joy. So it's similar to that. So every day, find 5 minutes for yourself at the start of the day. So here there is a recommendation at the start of the day, ideally before starting work or any chores, 5 minutes. Pick an activity which gives you joy or which satisfies you. The idea is fulfillment, tushta, which gives you joy, gives you satisfaction. Of course, it meets this criteria that it is your time. It is ideally, I think we would suggest it's an active expression through the field. It's not a passive receiving. So things like, avoid things like reading, listening to something, or meditation. Even meditation, because that's a separate activity. Meditation comes under Raj Yoga, and we will look at that. But try and make it an active expression. And the reason is that will connect your Anandmay Kosh, which we are anchoring in, to the field. So your Pancha Koshas will get aligned when you act through the field. And do it with yourself, engage with yourself, not with any other person. So this is not about interaction. This is not about doing a daily activity. Try and create an activity which is purely for this purpose. So you are giving it extreme importance. This goal of joy or yoga is getting its due importance, that I am taking out 5 minutes from 1440 minutes every day. Right? And this is for yourself. This is not with your family members, your children, people who give you joy. It is about finding joy with yourself and yourself alone. And it is an active expression. It's not just, yeah, because as soon as you start reading, it is any kind of interaction, reading, listening. It's a interaction with somebody else. So try and find your time with yourself, only 5 minutes. And ideally, try and do it at the same time at the start of the day. To try and get saying, okay, 6 to 6:05 or whatever works for you, 6:10 to 6:15, whatever works for you in the morning. Try and create that 5 minutes for yourself where nothing disturbs you. Nothing can take that 5 minutes away from you. And it's about saying those 5 minutes out of the 1440. I'm not able to do the percentage, but it's like a very small percentage, right? Less than 1%. 1% would have been 14 minutes. So it's 1/3 of a percent, 0.33% or something like that you're taking for yourself. So some of the suggestions are things like drawing, coloring, painting, singing, dancing, gardening, engagement with nature, laughter. So this is pushing the I think envelop a little bit more from Sanjeevani, saying not any time, same time, and completely with yourself, the activity. Yes. Chanting, yes. Loud chanting. So not like a meditative, but yeah, chanting is okay, Geeta. Yes. And that's why these questions, any thoughts or questions on this? This is the most important part of the course also.
And we don't have to be good at that, right? We just
Yes, it
just
absolutely don't have to be. Just do. Just do. Yes. It's about expressing whatever is there in any form. The only criteria is it should be joyful for you. It should be a joyful. So you are doing it from joy. You're not doing it to get joy. Be in joy and do. So it's about that anchoring in joy. So all of you have experience with Sanjeevani, right? Doing these 5 minutes of joy, something, right? So, okay. Yeah. Rajini, sorry, no. Reading is not no reading, listening, that's passive and an interactive thing. This is about doing something with your engage your body more actively. I would say that's the criteria. And the reason, as I said, is to align your panchakosha. So from coming from your place of joy or anandmay, you're expressing it through your yes. No Sadguru, no Sister Shivani. I mean, there is context to that. Yeah.